Well, after a couple weeks off, the MLB The Show 24 Simulation Series goes on. What a better way to continue the series than going into Busch Stadium in downtown St. Louis for a classic Midwestern rivalry. It's the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the broadcast booth. In this one, I'm Josh Wright doing the play-by-play. Miles Michaelis is on the mound today for the Cardinals. The Cubs will have Justin Steele on the mound instead of the Amanaga guy. For some reason, I cannot find him on the rosters for some reason. Like on the live roster, the current rosters. I don't know, I can't really find him. So we'll take a look at the lineup here in this one for the Cubs. Set up by Craig Counsell. It still feels super weird to say that he's the manager of the Cubs now. Mike Tauchman leading things off in left field. Batting second is the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Cody Bellinger hits third. He's at center. Morel hits cleanup. He's at the DH. Nico Horner bats fifth at second. Michael Busch bats sixth at first. Dansby Swanson, the former Atlanta Brave, is at short. He bats seventh. And it's Patrick Wisdom at third. And Miguel Amaya batting ninth. He's the catcher. Take a look at the defense around the horn in this one for the Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt's at first. Second base is Nolan Gorman. Third base, Arenado. Shortstop, Mason Wynn. And the outfield from left to right, it was originally going to be Brendan Donovan in left field, but instead, Ollie Marmol, Cardinals manager, decided last minute to throw Dylan Carlson out there in left field. Michael Ciani is in center. And Lars Nootbaar, everyone's favorite World Baseball Classic superstars, in right field. And instead of Wilson Contreras behind the plate, instead it is Ivan Herrera. Herrera, he's not a bad option behind the plate either, I must add. First pitch to Tauchman is a ball. We are underway. The Cardinals, even though their record is, 4 or 5 games below 500, they have been playing really good baseball in their last 10 games. They are 8-2. They had a really solid last few games. They won 2 out of 3 last weekend against the Red Sox. They swept the Baltimore Orioles this week, being their first sweep of the 2024 season. And the first time the Orioles have been swept since before Adley Rutschman was called up. Tauchman's gone on strikes, 1 away. Great start for Michaelis. On a 1-2 count, Tauchman's going on strikes. Here's Seiya Suzuki. First pitch to him is a strike. Let the fastball go by. Michaelis, four-seam fastball. He's got a slider, sinker, 12-6 curve, and a circle change. Throws the 12-6 curve. That goes into left field. Carlson's back. It's going to one-hop, or it is off the wall. Suzuki on his way to second, and that is the first hit of the ball game. A one-out double for Seiya Suzuki. Goes into left field. Carlson can't get there in time. Goes all the way to the wall. And the Cubs have the first hit of the game. Here's Cody Bellinger, entering his second season with Chicago after spending the 2023 season with the North Side. Ended up signing an extension with the Cubs. Let's see. Bellinger hits one foul. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. We got a listener, or we got a viewer. Well, I guess you're listening. You're listening and watching. Let's see. Cody Bellinger's contract. Kind of look this up a little bit. It is 3 years, $80 million. Not bad. That goes into center field. Ciani making the catch. Will Suzuki tag? He will not. And that is out number 2. We already did the Cubs lineup. Here's Christopher Morel hitting .202. Usually plays third base, but he's in the cleanup spot tonight, and he's the DH. That goes into right center field. Gorman can't make the catch. And the score is Suzuki, and the Cubs strike first. It's 1-0. Morel heading for third, and he's got himself a 2-out triple. A 2-out triple for Christopher Morel. And just like that, it's 1-0 Chicago here in the top of the first with 2 outs. That will bring in Nico Horner hitting .251. A little flare out to shallow right center. Who wants it? It's Nolan Gorman calling for it. So Michaelis surrenders a run on an RBI triple hit by Christopher Morel. That's the first, the Cubs with the first 2 hits of the game. They'll have the first run heading into the bottom of the first inning. Cardinals coming to bat. Cubs up 1-0. And instead on the mound for the Cubs, instead of Imanaga, the Japanese guy that they have, it's going to be Justin Steele. 5 starts this year. He's 0-2, and he has an ERA over 6. And we're also going to see another defensive change made by the Cubs. Instead of Patrick Wisdom at third base, we are going to see Nick Madrigal. Here's Mason Wynn, the rookie, starting things off. A little flare out to left field. Back goes Tauchman at the wall. He'll make the catch, 1 away.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, guys, my dinner is ready. But take a look at the lineup in this one for the Cardinals after Mason Wynn flew out. Nootbaar bats second. He's in right field. Goldschmidt, Arenado in the cleanup spot. Ivan Herrera bats fifth at catcher. Burleson is the DH. Dylan Carlson bats seventh. He's in left. And then we also have Nolan Gorman batting eighth at second. And Michael Ciani in center field in the number 9 spot. Here is Lars Nootbaar hitting .205 in the first couple months of the season. Cubs heading into this game 27-24. A few games out for first place in the NL Central behind the Milwaukee Brewers. They are 2 games behind the Brewers. Nootbaar in the left field. Tauchman back again. He'll make the play. The Brewers, who are currently in Boston right now, they'll have a series with the Red Sox, who are 2 games below 500 or above 500.
That's inside.
Brewers are up 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th. We'll kind of keep an eye on that game while keeping an eye on this game that you're watching right now, Cubs and Cardinals. Paul Goldschmidt batting up next. He's hitting .211. Fastball up high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. For those of you just tuning in, scores 1-0 Cubs on an RBI triple hit by Christopher Morel. Ground ball right to the first baseman, Michael Bush, and we go to the second. 1-0 Cubs. Top of the second inning here at Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals since 2006. The same year they won the World Series. Ironically, Michael Bush, Dansby Swanson, and Patrick Wisdom all due up for the Cubs in this game, or here of the second. Well, actually, instead, I think they have Nick Madrigal at third base now. There's a fly ball into left center field. Madrigal coming in, making the play. So 1 man gone. Here's Dansby Swanson. You know, I have a good buddy of mine from high school who is a huge Atlanta Braves fan. His dad, meanwhile, is a huge Cubs fan. So obviously, whenever the Braves and Cubs would, play against each other, there would always be a little bit of, a little bit of family feuds, a little, all that kind of stuff. And when Dansby Swanson became a free agent, signs with the Cubs, I mean, just imagine rooting for your favorite player who you've watched since college end up playing on a team that you absolutely hate. A player that you grew up loving, a player that you've watched since his rookie year on your team, and then he goes to another team that you just cannot stand. It's unbelievable. 3 flyouts here in the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom half. Arenado, Herrera, and Burleson all due up for the Redbirds when we return. Score 1-0 Chicago. 1-0 Cubs entering the bottom of inning number 2. Nolan Arenado has been the everyday third baseman for the Cardinals since 2021. Gets the first hit of the night for the St. Louis. A little blooper to left field. Past the diving third baseman Nick Madrigal. Goes into left field, and just like that, the Cardinals have their first hit of the night. Redbird getting the crowd excited. Here's Ivan Herrera hitting .281, 3 home runs, 17 RBIs. One of those home runs came during the home opening series for the Cardinals when the Marlins were here. And that home run, it was a beauty. Like, he absolutely murdered that baseball. Like, that baseball had a family to support. That baseball was just living his life. And then Ivan Herrera was like, hey, you know what? Let's blast this one to deep left field. Or let's blast this one for a home run. So how about that? Well, this time Herrera goes down on strikes. And I'll bring in Alec Burleson. Arenado's the runner at first. 1 out. Cubs looking for a double play, most likely. Lets the fastball go by. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Strike two. From the Chicago Cubs left-hander Justin Steele. Swing and a miss on a slider. Back-to-back strikeouts for Steele. Here in the bottom half of inning number 2. That'll bring in Dylan Carlson. Originally, was going to be Brandon Donovan playing left field, starting the game for St. Louis, but instead we're going to deal with Dylan Carlson tonight. Arenado at first, 2 outs. Here in the bottom half of inning number 2, there's a base hit into right field. Over to second is Arenado. 2-1, 2 out. For Nolan Gorman, how about that home run he had against the Orioles? Right to Madrigal at third. He steps on the bag, gets the out. And we are going to go to the third inning. We played 2 full innings of baseball here in St. Louis. Score is 1-0 Cubs.
Nope.
Miguel Amaya leading things off for the Cubs here in the top of the third. It will be him, Mike Tauchman, Seiya Suzuki all due up for the Cubs here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-2 to Amaya. Pop-up in the left center field. Ciani calls for it. 1 away. 4 flyouts in a row from the Cubs since the second inning. And Tauchman hits one to deep left field. Back goes Carlson. And this one goes just a bit foul. Tauchman struck out his last time up. Looking to kind of, redeem himself a little bit. Slider, that's a very questionable call. Count is 1-1. There's a fly ball to left center field. Ciani coming in, making the catch. And that is the second out here in the top of the third. Here's Seiya Suzuki. Had the first hit of the game for the Cubs and then scored on a triple hit by Christopher Morel. Suzuki swings and misses on a 12-6 curve. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is hit to second. Gorman. Throw to first is clean. And we go to the bottom of inning number 3. Cubs still lead the Cards 1-0. Michael Ciani will lead things off. He now has his first Major League career home run entering this series against the Cubs. Now, who did he hit it off of? I think that came in the hand. Inside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Ciani working the count in his favor. That home run came against the Orioles on May 20th, and the Cardinals, and a big win for the Cardinals that night. Score ended up being, final score 6-3. Ciani fouls this off. And he's got the count full, 3-2. Swing and a miss on a fastball, just a bit up high. Strikeout number 3 for Justin Steele here in the third. So 1 out, bottom of the third. Here's Mason Wynn, 0 for 1. Flew out to left field his first time up. Now, what is he doing at bat number 2? Well, Stick around and find out. Fouls off a 12-6 curve, 0-2.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mason Wynn.
Ball 2. 2-2, the count.
Fly ball to left center field, or shallow center field, I should say. Bellinger making the catch, 2 outs.
The right fielder, number 21.
I'm eating a taco. Having tacos for dinner tonight.
Nope, that's inside.
First pitch to Newbar is the ball, 1-0. Ground ball to second. And we played 3 full here at Busch Stadium. Score remains 1-0 Cubs after 3.
Leading off for the Cubs, the center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
Top of the 4th inning underway here at Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals. For those of you just tuning in, it's our Friday night MLB The Show 24 simulation game of the week. Chicago Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals. One of the best rivalries in baseball. Cody Bellinger with the 1-2 count. A lot of great rivalries, period, in the Midwest especially. Bellinger hits one to deep right center field, and this one is gone. Cody Bellinger, a solo blast to right center field. And it's a 2-0 Chicago lead here in the 4th inning. Absolutely scorched to deep right center field, well, mainly into right field. .421 feet. My goodness. So at the score now, 2-0 Cubs. Here's Christopher Morel. He's the guy that made the score 1-0 Cubs before that Cody Bellinger home run. Down to 0-2. Yeah, as I was saying earlier, Cubs and Cardinals, a great rivalry. In sports, one of the best rivalries in the Midwest. And trust me, there are a lot of great rivalries in the Midwest. I mean, you have Michigan and Ohio State for college sports. You know, you have Illinois and Iowa. It's a big rivalry, especially in basketball. You know, you have Packers and Bears. You have Bulls, Chicago Bulls, Detroit Pistons.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Cubs and Cardinals, of course. Reds and Pirates. I feel like Reds and Pirates, I feel like that is a very underrated rivalry. Counts full to Nico Horner. 0 for 1, flew out his first time up. Just so many great rivalries in the Midwest when it comes to sports, whether it's college or the pros. Ball 4 to Nico Horner.
The first base
And the Cubs have a runner at first with 1 out. Here's Michael Busch. Pick off throw to first, and Horner goes back safely. I think the last simulation game we did, I think it was Yankees-Mets. I don't know why I said it like that. Yankees and Mets at Chase Stadium, I think it was. That was a pretty fun game to do. That is into right field, a base hit. Newbar's going to track this one down. Runners will move to third. He may score. And just like that, Michael Busch has a 1-out double, and it's 3-0 Chicago. Here in the top of inning number 4. Boy, Horner was flying around the bases. Third base coach didn't even, give him the sign to, to say, hey, hold your britches there, make a little stop. But Horner said no. Insisted on going home, and now it's 3-0 Chicago. Just like that. Swanson, a little flare to shallow center. This is going to drop. Runner moves to third. Do they get him out? They will not. And just like that, the Cubs have runners in the corners with 1 out. Dansby Swanson with a little duck snort to shallow center field. Ciani couldn't get there in time to make the play. So I'll bring in Nick Madrigal. The Cardinals will most likely look for a double play to get out of the inning. There's another base hit to left field. There's another run for the Cubs, and it's 4-0. And they're going to score. Swanson will come in to score as well, and the Cubs have a 5-0 lead. 5 runs have come in to score here against Miles Mikolas. And Ollie Marmol coming out from the dugout. And it looks like we may see an early pitching change.
now pitching for the Cardinals.
It'll be Sonny Gray first up out of the Cardinal bullpen. Here in the top of the 4th, Cubs lead 5-0, 1 out. Runner at second, Miguel Amaya up next. My goodness. If you're a Cubs fan, you might as well be enjoying this game right now. Miguel Amaya 0 for 1. Swings and misses. The count is 0-2. Struck him out looking 2 outs.
Now batting, left field.
So 2 outs now. Here's Mike Tauchman 0 for 2. Sonny Gray trying to get out of the inning now. Miles Mikolas kind of taking a look at his performance tonight. He went 3.1 innings. He gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, allowed a walk, and had 2 strikeouts. One against Mike Tauchman, the other came from Christopher Morel earlier in the inning. It's crazy. 2-1 is the count from Tauchman. That is fouled off on the sinker count. It's 2-2. Depending on how this at bat goes, Paul Goldschmidt will lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 4th. Ball gets away from Herrera, and he tried to get the out at third. Instead, he will not. That'll be a wild pitch. So now the count is full to Mike Tauchman. And he strikes out to end the top of the inning. So now we go to the bottom of inning number 4. Goldschmidt, Arenado, Herrera all due up for the Redbirds against Justin Steele. The Cubs, they got to be pretty satisfied with themselves right now. They are up 5-0.
0-1's the count.
5-0 Cubs heading into the bottom of inning number 4. Here at Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals since 2006. Goldschmidt flies out to right to start things off. And that'll bring in Nolan Arenado. He had the first hit of the game for the Cardinals. First pitch fastball is taken for a strike. So I guess in real baseball land, Joe Buck and Chip Carey are both going to be involved calling the Cardinals-Cubs series this weekend. Now, I don't know if Joe Buck is going to stay the entire weekend. Maybe he'll just do tonight's game. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Kind of cool that Joe Buck's calling Cardinal games again. For those of you who don't know who Chip Carey and Joe Buck are, they are Chip Carey and Arenado strikes out 2 away. So Harry Carey, I think a lot of people know who he is. He called games on the baseball games for a long time.
Ball 1.
Oops. What am I doing? Ended up calling games for the Cardinals, and he called games a little bit for the White Sox, and of course with the Cubs. Jack Buck, of course, was the longtime radio announcer for the Cardinals on KMOX. And then Harry Carey, he had his son Skip Carey. He called games for the Braves for a long time. And then there's Chip Carey, who's called games for the Orlando Magic and the NBA. He's called games for the Braves. He took over for Harry Carey in 1998 after he passed away doing Cubs games on WGN. And then he went back to Atlanta. And since 2023, he's been the play-by-play man for the Cardinals. And then Joe Buck, of course, he is the son of Jack Buck. Started calling Cardinals games on TV in the 90s and the early 2000s. And a lot of people know Joe Buck now for calling games for the World Series on Fox, and he does the NFL with the Super Bowl, all that stuff. Another base hit for the Cubs to start off the 5th inning. So yeah, it is. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool anyway. So the Cardinals-Cubs game in real life has a little rain delay going on. Makes sense because it's raining pretty hard here in Illinois. There's been thunderstorms going on and off throughout the day. 0-2 to Bellinger. Runner at first for the Cubs. Sonny Gray on the mound. No, he did not start the game. He came in relief for Miles Michaels. Bellinger's gone on strikes, 1 away.
The batter, number 5, designated hitter, Christopher Morel.
So Christopher Morel's up next. Morel 0 for 1. Or 1 for 2, excuse me, with the RBI triple hit back in the top of the first inning to make it 1-0 Cubs. 2-1.
3.
Here comes the 3-1. From Sonny Gray on its way. Ball 4 on the sinker. And the Cubs have runners at first and second with 1 out.
Nico Corner.
Oh, and 2 to Horner. Double play ball 1. They get 1. They do not get both. So the Cubs have runners at the corners.
Ball.
1 ball, 1 strike. Michael Bush up next. Full pop up. Win makes the play. Going to the bottom of the 5th.
Leading off for St. Louis.
Score is 5-0 Cubs. Sorry that I keep messing with my mic. I'm trying to eat. Eating and broadcasting at the same time. Try not to get my mic all dirty.
Oh.
The left fielder, number 3.
Alec Burleson's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Carlson.
Dylan Carlson 1 for 1. He has 1 of 2 hits today for the Cardinals. Nolan Arenado with the first one, and Dylan Carlson has the other. Here comes the 1-1 from Steele. Hard hit, line caught by Bush.
Now back
2 away.
the second baseman. Nowhere. Gorman.
Ball, that's in.
Two outs. Here's Nolan Gorman.
That's outside.
And feel a home run coming. In this game for the Cardinals, somehow, some way, the Cardinals will hit a home run. Depends if Justin Steele makes a mistake to Gorman. Gorman working the count 2-2. Instead, he grounds out to end the 5th inning. 5 full here at Busch Stadium. Score is 5-0 Cubs. Sorry if I sound a little less energetic in this game. It's not that I'm not. And it has nothing to do with the Cardinals losing. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Cardinals fan in real life. It has nothing to do with the Cardinals losing. Nothing to do with it. I am just really tired. Fly ball to right field. Nolan Gorman coming in, making the play. Tried taking a nap earlier. Couldn't really fall asleep, but I'm usually not the best with naps either. Most of the time, if I take, quote unquote, take a nap, I'm just watching a movie. Have the TV on, watch a movie, try to have that help me fall asleep. Nice play by Wynn. Nope. It was a good effort, though. But instead, it will be an infield single for Nick Madrigal. And it will be the 8th hit of this game for Chicago. That'll bring in Miguel Amaya 0 for 2. Hard hit to Goldschmidt. 1. Got them both. And the double play ends the top of the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half. Ciani, Wynn, and Nootbaar all do up for the Redbirds against Justin Steele in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cardinals got to get something going. They're down 5-0. Ciani 0 for 1. Struck out on a full count his first time up. And a guy probably having a nice adult beverage behind home plate. Right there, as you can see in the gray Cardinals uniform, or gray Cardinals jersey. Adult beverage, that's what we're calling it. Little flare to left center field, or in the left field, Swanson coming in. And that is the first out. The Cubs are 11 defensive outs from winning this game.
Nope. Ball 1.
Mason Wynn, the leadoff hitter for the Cardinals, up next, 0 for 2. Flew out to left, flew out to center. The Cardinals, I don't think have not really figured out Justin Steele in this game. Ground ball to second. 2 away.
Up next for the Cardinals, the right fielder.
So 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now I'll bring in Lars Nootbaar. Man, this game has flown by. I think we've been streaming for less than an hour. It is 7:49. That's what the clock says right now, 7:49. Nootbaar takes one ball, 2 strikes. Takes a fastball, 1-2. That is fouled off. The count is still 1-2. Struck him out and the inning's over. Off to the 7th inning we go. Cubs up 5-0. Jojo Romero, a left-handed specialist, next up out of the Cardinal bullpen. Entering the 7th inning, they'll bring in Mike Tauchman. They'll lead things off for the Cubs here in the 7th. Tauchman 0 for 3. Entering in this at bat.
He's out.
1 away. 1 out. Nice play by Wynn.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Say Suzuki up next, 2 for 3. Excuse me a minute, fellas. I'm going to do something real quick. All right, we're back. One out here in the 7th. 5-0 Cubs. Seiya Suzuki 2 for 3 on the day. Ground ball to Goldschmidt, racing to the bag, covers for the out.
The center fielder, number 24, Cody Bellinger.
For those of you interested in our schedule for the rest of the Memorial Day weekend, Bellinger to left center field, making the play is Carlson. He's got it. Time to stretch here at Busch Stadium. Cardinals need to do something. They are 9 outs away from losing this game. It's 5-0. Cubs on top. Home half of the 7th inning coming up here in Busch Stadium. Justin Steele still doing his thing here against the Cardinals. He has allowed 2 hits in this game. One of them came from the guy up at the plate right now, Nolan Arenado. Another ground ball to Swanson. Back-to-back groundouts to the shortstop here in the 7th.
Now batting, catcher, Ivan Herrera.
Hey. 0-1.
2 outs. Here's Herrera. Just a bit foul. Count is 0-2. Line caught by Swanson. Takes away 3 base hits. 7 scoreless innings for Justin Steele. We head to the 8th. Cubs on top, 5-0.
1-0.
Five nothing Cubs entering the 8th inning here at Busch Stadium. Christopher Morel. He had himself an RBI triple in the first inning.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
A 1-2. Ground ball, Gorman. 1 away.
The batter, number 2, second baseman, Nico Horner.
Aye. 0-1's the count.
Count is 0-1 to Nico Horner. Jojo Romero still on the mound for St. Louis.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Line caught by Arenado for out number 2.
Now batting, the first baseman, Michael Bush.
Gotta love when that happens. Here's Michael Busch, 1 for 3. Seems to not do pretty good against the lefties. Or against Romero anyway. There's a fly ball to right center field. As I say that, Michael Busch has himself a base hit against JoJo Romero. One out single that it will allow Dansby Swanson to come up to the plate.
That's ball 2.
Pick off throw and he's out. Trying to go back. We're going to have to take a look at that again. When we come back for the bottom of the 8th, score is 5-0. Cubs on top. Take a look at this again. Romero, nice little pickoff move. Michael Busch a little bit away from the bag. Goldschmidt able to make the tag on him. Justin Steele still going here in the 8th inning. He keeps this up, he may have himself a complete game shutout. 6 outs away from one of those things. As Burleson lets one go by, 1 ball, 1 strike. This has been all Cubs in this game, as you can tell. Cardinals have only had 2 hits in this game. Cubs, meanwhile, with 9 hits and 5 runs. Justin Steele having himself a heyday on the mound.
Count is 3-2.
Check swing and Burleson's gone on strikes, 1 away. Ground ball to Swanson. 2 outs.
Up next to the Cardinals. The second
Carlson's out number 2. Here's Nolan Gorman.
That's a ball. Out.
And Gorman race is out number 3. My goodness. Going to the 9th inning.
now pitch
Scores 5-0. Cubs on top.
29. Nick.
Here's another new face to the Cardinals, Nick Robertson. Came over from the Red Sox in a trade during the offseason. Man, he is a big dude. How much is he? How tall is he? 6'6"? 6'6"? My goodness, I would not want to
0-2 is the count.
meet or I don't know if I would want to face him if I were a baseball player. I don't really know if I want to, you know.
The third baseman.
He looks pretty intimidating. Don't know what it is.
That's a ball.
Definitely not him being 6'6", that's for sure. So might as well talk about the rest of the schedule for the weekend.
I got a ball.
The Expos franchise, that will be coming back tomorrow sometime. We'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. Expos Phillies, that's the matchup. And then our Sunday night MLB
Ball 2.
The Show simulation game, it will be in Comerica Park and at the Motor City Detroit, Michigan. We'll see the Detroit Tigers host Toronto Blue Jays. So that'll be our Sunday night game of the week.
We got full count.
Toronto Blue Jays, Detroit Tigers. And we'll have our Montreal Expos franchise game tomorrow. They'll have the Phillies coming to town. That'll be a fun game. Madrigal's going on strikes, 2 outs.
The catcher, number 9, Miguel Amaya.
That'll bring in Miguel Amaya. 2 outs in the top of the 9th.
That's a ball.
Ball 1. That is up the middle, base hit. Another 2-out single for the Cubs here in this game. Another fly ball to right. Back goes Nootbaar. He'll make the catch. Cubs 3 outs away from possibly getting a win. Excuse me a minute, folks. I'll be right back. Michael Ciani first up for the Cardinals. Has a 1-0 count. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or 1 ball, 1 strike, excuse me. A base hit to right field. That'll bring in Mason Wynn. 0 for 3 here tonight. Wynn swings on a fastball. Left field. Back goes Tuckman. This one is off the wall. Runner will move to third. Second and third. Nobody out for the Cardinals here in the 9th. Gonna have a little bit of fun. Play it. And this one, here's Nootbaar. In the gap in right center field. 2 runs will score. And it's 5-2. The Cardinals are on the board. Lars Nootbaar. A 2-run double, and Justin Steele is done for the day. Hector Neris, however you say his name, former Astro, is up next. Line caught by Madrigal, 1 away. So 1 out, runner at second. That brings in Nolan Arenado. Arenado, base hit to left field. And that may score a run. It's 5-3. So runner at first, 1 out. Here's Ivan Herrera. Had a nice home run, a handful of nice home runs in the last, or here in this season so far. Base hit to left field. Arenado moves to second. 2 on, 1 out. The Cubs a little nervous now. Here's Alec Burleson. Burleson, deep right field. Back it goes. The Cardinals are going to win it. What a comeback. They were down 5-0 heading into the bottom of the 9th inning. Alec Burleson, right field, he wins it on a 3-run walk-off homer. And just like that, the Cardinals are going to win it. 6-5 final score. I'm your man, Josh Wright. Hopefully nobody really cares that I kind of hopped in and played as the Redbirds late in the inning, but oh well. Try to have a little bit of fun. You know me. Cardinals win 6-5. I'm your man, Josh Wright, signing off from Busch Stadium. Final score, Cardinals 6, Cubbies 5. I'll see you tomorrow with some Expos franchise. And that's all I got. Josh Wright signing off. Cardinals win 6-5 here against the Cubs.